Good evening, Allen Temple friends and family. I am praying that this brief video greeting finds you well during this time that will usually be our Theological Thursdays. I'm coming on just to give a little context for why I'm coming to you in this fashion. There's so much going on in the world. We thought by this time we would be at a different place. But scripture is clear that to everything there is a season and there is a time and a purpose under heaven. It speaks specifically a time to be born, a time to die. If you know scripture, you know that's Ecclesiastes 3. And it says there that there's a time to speak and there's a time to refrain from speaking. And I'm sensing right now this evening with all the uncertainty in the world that perhaps it's a time for us not necessarily to engage in conversation, but rather engage in some of those practices that discipline our person and our spirit. Personally, I've been driven all this week back to contemplation and meditation specifically, and the discipline of silence. I've spent a lot of time in silence this week. And so I shared a meditation. If you're on our email list, you've gotten it by email, and perhaps it's posted, I believe, on our social media page. Not sure if it's on our website, but please check. That just shares some things that I hope can help you reflect theologically. And whenever I'm in that place, I'm always driven back to the mystics, to the Henry Nowens, and to, of course, Howard Thurman. And so in that piece, I think he provides for us a very poignant reminder of how to keep all of what is going on with the pandemic, with the election season in perspective. And he writes a meditation piece that says life goes on. And so I'm going to leave you with that. Life goes on. I invite you to visit again our social media pages. Please read the missive that was sent out tonight. And if you are not familiar with that piece, since you're online anyway, Google it. Google Life Goes On by Howard Thurman. It is a difficult truth, but it is a truth nonetheless. And I invite you between now and Sunday just to take a little bit of time by yourself in isolation and be silent before the Lord. But the one thing I can leave you with and attest to for sure, that no matter how it turns out, God is still God. And God is still called Emmanuel, the God who is with us. I commend you to that God. And I'll see you on Sunday. Have a good night.